Hello, 12th grade AP students. We have a fairly big week this week with our AP test tomorrow. I just want to remind you I will be putting out an email soon uh, about meeting on Tuesday so that we can kind of psych each other up a little bit. All other classes will be working asynchronously on Tuesday. So I will be assigning the work but won't be having meetings. And part of the work that I'm assigning, or the work that I'm assigning, is this project that I wanted to introduce you to for this final week. All right, so first of all, I want to show you where you can find the assignment. I will work to put it on our agenda as well for this week, but if in doubt, come on over to the assignments. And it is actually a performance assessment piece in order to try to get you some grades. It is right here for periods 5 and 6. It's at the top, final assessment choice project. So you're going to go ahead and click on that, and you will then be able to open up the slides that will walk you through that project. You will upload your project using media or a file upload. Now, let me go ahead and show you the project itself. Let me walk you through that. All right, so this is the end of the world, or sorry, rather the end of the year as we know it. You will turn this in on the 27th, which is your last day of school technically, right? The 27th of May. However, it won't close until like the 31st. So keep an eye on that date, make sure. But I'd rather you didn't have to work after school had finished. I know you're not going to want to. But let me walk you through and kind of show you this project. All right, this is called a choice project because you have a choice about which one of these projects you would like to do. So we're going to take a look at option one. Option one, you'll create a photo essay, a high school photo essay. And for each one of your 4 years in high school, you will choose pictures that represent your thoughts and feelings about that year. And you'll turn in this 4-page essay, that is photo essay, with each page dedicated to a specific year. Each page should include 4 pictures and a paragraph reflecting on your feelings, growth, thoughts about that year. Now, you can do this a couple of ways. You may want to turn in that essay in the form of Google Slides. Maybe you want to do it in a Google Doc. I have no problem either if you want to turn in a video essay. But keep in mind that paragraph also needs to be there. All right. That paragraph may be spoken, but also please upload that with your assignment. So that is option number one, a high school photo essay. Option number two is a little more creative. Option number two is a college admission essay, blackout or whiteout poem. Now, I know some of you, especially if you were with Mr. Raya in 10th grade, maybe, you did blackout poetry probably. Blackout poetry is a great way to be creative with a page of words that's already there. Now, I have a link here that will take you to a video on how to make a blackout poem. If you haven't done one before, if you've never seen this before, but it really is kind of a cool thing. Usually a page of newspaper text or a book page will be used in order to create a blackout poem, but I'm asking that you use your college admission essay for your blackout poem. All right, your college admission essay. If you don't have a college admission essay, if you weren't applying to schools that needed that, then by all means, you can use a book page, maybe a photocopy of a book page, a newspaper page. You can even do it with another poem, right? So take another writer's poem and create your own blackout poetry from that. All right, when you're finished, I want you to write a reflective paragraph about what you found in your poem and how that poem speaks to you. So we have some examples here. Some people go all out and they do decorations, and in the next couple of pages, you're going to see some other samples. Others of them are simpler, like this one is a whiteout poem just on white paper. So they've whited out the words that they don't want, and they've only kept the words on that page that help them create the poem. As I said, some people choose to make it into a piece of artwork. Either way, it's artwork, it's poetry. Let's take a look at a couple of other examples. So we'd see this one here is about a student who played the saxophone and his love of playing the saxophone. That's what his college essay was about, but he's turned that into a poem. I started to invest all my time in music, which gave me purpose, which gave me purpose, man, telling me to keep working hard and be something great. I inherited my rhythm. I inherited his dedication. Every day I would play. So you get the idea, right? So he goes through and finishes off that poem using specific words. Here's another example of the high school at college admissions essay. If you wanted to print out a page of your kite runner essay, if you didn't do a college admissions essay, I'm perfectly fine with that, or another essay that you've done this year. All right, and here we have one with an example of a paragraph that I've asked for you to write. Okay, so you can just flip through and take a closer look at these as we go. And here are a couple more. These ones you can see people have gone to a lot of effort on. All right, so the next option, option 3, is to write an advice poem. We have a number of different examples here. So all of these blue words here are links to examples of an advice poem. So you'll read some of these and consider these advice poems, and then I want you to craft your own. Write a paragraph about which of the following poems stood out for you, and another paragraph about why you chose the topic of your poem, and explain any choices that you made as a writer. So this is your opportunity to write some pretty awesome poetry here as well. So here's an example of an advice poem, How to Stop Procrastinating. Right? I think we all need that one. I've definitely needed it this weekend. The fourth option is probably my favorite. This weekend I went on another little library book haul trip with my daughter. We kind of wandered around and we came up with some pretty amazing titles. So this one is using the spines of books to create a poem. So here we have an example here: Wideness and Wonder, A Kick in the Head, The Fixer, The Hill We Climb. These happy golden years, it's your world. Get informed, get inspired, get going, Miss Bianca. So a number of different book titles here. To do this one, the poem should be captured in a photo. Topic should be related to a work we've studied in class. So you might want to write one about Macbeth or the Kite Runner, or perhaps your own feelings and reflections on ending high school or beginning college. The poem must be accompanied by a couple of paragraphs explaining your process of finding and arranging those book titles and the meaning behind your book title spine poem. So again, if you've got a bookshelf full of books, this is definitely a kind of a fun one. Here are some other examples. Ooh, there's one that I got on my book haul this weekend, Never Let Me Go. All right, let's take another look at some of them. And here we have an example of a paragraph that a student has written to go along with their book spine poem. And here's another one. All right, option 5. Now, this is where you get to make some decisions. If you taught AP Lit, right? If you were the teacher, and I know there are a number of you out there that probably think, oh, I would have chosen this book, or I would have done this in the class. And now's your chance to put it out there. I'd like to hear what you would do. Which texts do you consider to be essential reading for this class? What themes are important to explore? Perhaps you've read a text outside of class that you think really needs to be on the curriculum for this class. What are some of the themes? What activities would you choose to move students forward in reading and writing? What kind of things would you do with the class to help build those skills? We have 4 quarters or terms in this course, so your job for this one, for option 5, would be to design a curriculum for me. I'm open to all ideas. And I honestly will take it very seriously because I really want to hear what your viewpoint is on things. We all know this has been a doozy of a year and not normal in any way, shape, or form. But I'm always looking for ways to revamp, right? So get those ideas rolling. So here's by the way, there's a couple of examples here of what that would look like if I taught AP Lit. So there's 2 student samples that you can take a look at for some guidance or just inspiration. That's it as far as the choices go, right? So you have those 5 choices to choose from. The last thing here is a class evaluation, and that's just simply a Google form. It is anonymous. I haven't asked for your email addresses to be put in there. There's no space on there for your name. So this form does not collect your email, and there's no space on for your name. So it is totally anonymous, and it gives me feedback on the class so I can grow as a teacher. The class can be as beneficial as possible for future students. This semester and this year, in fact, has definitely been atypical, but I will welcome and appreciate any feedback. In having said that, please keep in mind I'm a human being. I have feelings, right? So be kind, but be honest. All right, so that is our choice project for the end of the year. During class time this week, you're going to be working on this project. During the asynchronous time on Tuesday, while I'm meeting with students who are taking the AP test, you will be working through this project as well as anything else that you haven't done. Maybe the videos that you haven't finished. Maybe it's the lit terms you haven't quite finished. So you're kind of catching up on those things and completing this project. If you have concerns or questions, please reach out to me. I want to be able to hear from you if you have any issues going forward with this at all. Okay. All right. I think that's about it. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Those of you who are taking the test, I wish you the best of luck. My fingers and toes and eyes are crossed for you. And I know you're going to do me proud. Okay, I'll see you guys in class. Not on Tuesday, though, but I will see you in class.